When we talk about C sharp, we remember object-oriented programming because as we know, C sharp is totally based on OOP. But are we able to deal with functional programming in C sharp also? Yes. What is functional programming? Functional programming is not another programming language. It's not something difficult and it is not something new. One of the features, or I can say one of the styles of dealing with functional programming is higher order functions. What is higher order functions? Let's see. Sometimes we call it HOF. A higher order function is a function whose input or output is also a function. So, input or output is also a function. If I want to talk about these things, it would be a long story. But I'm interested to show you something as a real scenario in Visual Studio. So, let's jump to Visual Studio. Let's see what I have here. It is a very simple list of integers. 100, 200, some numbers. That's all. I want to divide each one to 2 like this. So I have a simple method, divide by 2. The entry, the input parameter, is an integer and this is the body. We said HOF is something that the input or output also can be a method or function. So look at this. This is my output, T output. It's a list. This is the name, transform. T input, T output. So it accepts the list of inputs plus it accepts a function. So the input parameter is, or one of the input parameters is a function. Then look at the body. List of output, one simple for each to loop through the items in the list and then use this, I mean applying the method that we are going to deal with and then adding to the new list and return it. That's all. So you want to see an example like this. I'm going to use this transform method and the input parameter is the old list, I mean the list of integers that I have, plus this method, because we said the input or output can be a method. So like this. So if I run this code, you will see that all the numbers here one by one would come here and this method would be fired. So we're gonna expect to see all the numbers divided by 2. Let's run. See? Very easy. Like this. This means we can use a method as an input parameter or output parameter for this type or this style of coding. Maybe you say, okay, what's the point? What you want to say? Because we could loop through the numbers and say, just divide them by 2 and go. So what's the point? Okay, you are right. I will show you something new and useful. Let's look at this folder. It's my model. ID, name, family, age, grade, address, phone is active, class ID. Some simple properties. Okay? Here, inside the data layer, I have a simple interface. Create method, update method, get by ID, delete, get all, get by class ID, get active. Most of them returns an IEnumerable of students like this. Okay? So far, nothing new, nothing difficult, nothing complicated. When I implement this repository, I will see this. Create method, delete method, update method, and then so many get methods. Okay? Imagine that I want to get rid of all of these get methods and handle it by technology instead of hard working and drudgery. So how? Look at this. I should comment it out like this. See? All returns same thing. The name should be something. I called it get. It accepts a function. So func student boolean filter. Okay? So I can say bye bye to kind of same methods that I had. And then inside my repository also I can say this guy should be gone. These two also should be gone. And then this. Look at this. I have a list of students. Okay? Then something like a list of students, get method. It's like what we had inside the interface. If the filter is null, all of the students would be returned. Otherwise, as you can see, the filters also can be applied like this. So, how can I use this? Let's have a look here. See? I have an instance from my repository and then simple get or get with a parameter. So all of them can be handled by this. See? Then no need to create so many different methods and make my code difficult to read or troublesome. By a simple get method, as you can see, I can pass the parameter like this as a filter, and then the method can be applied against my data. So as you can see, this is one of the usages of this way of functional programming to ease the job. Let me show you something nice. Even if I want to use where clause, like this. See? Where is a very good example about this type of programming. So if you look at the source code, you will find where in GitHub that is totally like what we have done. So the best example of this way of handling the programming is where-clause. Where is the most famous one. So from now, if you consider such things when you are doing development by C#, things would be much nicer and better. One of the other examples that I can talk about is mapping. When you want to map an entity, for example, to a DTO, this is one of the ways that you can do. Instead of transform, you can say map, for example, and map whatever you want to a target entity or something like that. I will try to continue talking about functional programming in next videos when I had time. Thank you so much. Let me know if you need something about these type of things or if it was beneficial for you guys. Thank you so much and bye.